then the actor was fighting it. They're like, no, I need this for my scene because I need to feel this emotion. And the director's like, just trust us.
Hi, I'm Alex DeLerma, and this is the Cinema Gym. If these videos are helping you and you want to see some more, please like, subscribe, comment. Let's keep this thing going. So, Chris Wu,
Yes.
we started to talk about horror stories,
Yes.
on-set horror stories. Most of these videos have very specific topics, but there's going to be a lot of lessons, I think, and it's just fun to talk about horror stories on set. So what's one that you remember?
So the last show that I was on, I think it was maybe the 4th or 5th episode that I was filming, I think. Yeah.
Is it okay to say? You don't have to say the name of the show.
It's 911 on Fox.
Yeah.
Fox. Yeah. So I'm on this show, and then I'm talking with crew because, you know, a lot of downtime for actors. And we've gotten to know each other fairly well since I've been there, like I said, like my 5th episode or so. So we're just hanging out talking. And, you know, I was telling them how thankful I was just being there, how everyone was really friendly, because the crew's amazing. The cast and crew are all phenomenal on this show. Like, they really make you feel like part of the family, even though I'm only there for like 1 day out of like the whole 2 weeks, you know, for every episode. But, you know, they remember your name and they're really friendly and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you're the regular cop that shows up.
Yeah, which it's nice to feel part of that. But then, you know, I was talking to them and I was, you know, being very thankful for them, you know, treating me that way. And I remember speaking to a couple of crew members. They're like, no, you're fine. You're amazing. Just, you know, don't be like some of the guest stars. And it was a particular episode, and they were telling me, they're like, yeah, you know, first of all, they were, they wanted coffee.
Was this male or female?
It was actually a couple of them.
Okay.
But they were like, you know, they wanted coffee, so we sent a PA to get them coffee, but then they wanted cream in the coffee, so the PA ran back and got the cream, and then they're like, oh no, they wanted non-dairy cream. The PA had to run back and come, and they were just a nightmare to deal with. But they were like, we get it, you know, they have to be on set, so we are the ones to, you know, run back and forth. That was fine. But then they were telling me how a few of the guest stars, when it came to their actual scenes, you know, they were very conflicting with the director and everything like that. The director's trying to, you know, tell them, hey, we're going to fix it in post. Don't worry. We got to speed it up so that way, you know, for the shot, it has to work that way. And in post, we'll fix it so that way, you know, you will look like you're having that emotional reaction. It's just, it's not going to work. And then the actor was fighting it. They're like, no, I need this for my scene because I need to feel this emotion. And the director's like, just trust us. And, you know, and it got to a part where everyone was just, you know, they all had a headache. And it was so funny because I was talking to one person just at this time, and then, you know, a couple other people joined the conversation. They didn't even have to say who we're talking about. They're like, oh, you're talking about the guest stars. So like everyone on the set had heard about, you know, the behavior and stuff like that. And they're like, you know, if you're going to act like that, we get it. It's your art and everything like that. But people don't forget.
You know, that story reminds me of a great story about, do you remember the film Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
John Singleton directed it. It's his first major feature. I worked with him on a Michael Jackson video that he directed called For 2 Days. Do you remember the time? And John Singleton used to tell a great story, and it's been in interviews, you may have heard it before, where I believe Lawrence Fishburne was working on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yes.
So we're talking Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, he was
Saturday
Cowboy
morning.
something.
Right, he was the cowboy. I can't remember.
I want to say like Steve or something like
something
that.
Right. And John Singleton was not John Singleton yet. He was a film student and he was a PA.
Yeah.
So John Singleton talked about how Lawrence Fishburne got up to go get some coffee and went over to John Singleton, who is a PA at this time, and says, hey, you want some, I'm going to go get some coffee, some coffee or whatever. And John Singleton was like, what? Like, he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I should be getting you coffee. Like, you're Lawrence Fishburne, you know, and why are you doing Pee-wee's Playhouse anyway? Like, you're this great actor, you know, and was naming off some credits. And Fishburne was like very humble and said, hey man, you know, the business goes up and down. I'm grateful that I got Pee-wee's Playhouse. I'm grateful I'm doing this job right now. And like, yeah, I can get you coffee. Like, you're a human being, I'm a human being, you know, and that stuck with John Singleton. Then you fast forward, he graduates, instantly does Boys in the Hood, gets nominated for Academy Award, and he casts Lawrence Fishburne as the father.
Yeah. Well, I think that's, that's an important point. Just being nice on set, just being a good person, because yeah, it's a job, you're there to act and everything like that, but you have to be someone that people want to work
Bingo.
with, you know?
Bingo.
Like on the show, 911, Peter Krause, he's the second lead, just right under Angela Bassett. I was talking to my PA, my wrangler, and she was telling me, she's like, yeah, one morning he just ran off, got me coffee, didn't say anything, grabbed the coffee, brought it over to me, and he goes, you've been running around all morning, you haven't had coffee, here's your coffee.
Yeah, man.
And he doesn't have to do that, but he does it because he's just a good person. And that's something that I realize that, people want to work with other people that they can get along with and they just like being around. And I think a lot of people forget that, when it comes, especially actors, when they're on set or, anything like that, it's like, oh, it's my craft, it's my art, I'm just going to focus on the acting. But you have to realize it's like any other job. You have coworkers,
right,
and you have peers, and these peers are sometimes these A-list celebrities, and you're like, oh my God, they're still your coworkers, and you're still working together to build this whatever project, amazing, story that you're trying to tell, and it takes every single one of those people, from the PA up to the executive producer and the studio heads and everything like that. So, I think just being nice really makes an impression on everyone there.
Do unto others, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're interested in classes, seminars, or private coaching, you can visit the website. Hope to see you in the gym soon.
TheCinemaGym.com for virtual one-on-one coaching for camera.